Manchester United is going away to Crystal Palace. Glasner men are waiting for you guys. How do you feel the match will go?
To be honest, I don't think facing any opponent scares me.
Again?
Yes, see, it's not. I'm not trying to brag.
2 draws and 1 loss.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere. The reason why I said so is the fear is not coming from my opponents. My fear is coming from my team. I don't know what team to expect. That's the problem. I know the potential of my team. I know how well they can play if they want to play. If my player decides to turn up, Crystal Palace is no match. So it's not the opponent that scares me. What scares me is, will these players turn up? Will they, jack up themselves? Will they pick up themselves from that devastating loss to Everton? That very surprising loss to Everton? Crystal Palace are a very tough opponent. In fact, to put it in the right context, we have not won there since 2020. Last time we won there was 5 years ago. So that tells you how difficult it is to win there. But that being said, they are beatable now. They are Crystal Palace. They are beatable. So my fear is not on Palace. My fear is on the United team. If my player go to Crystal Palace and put up the fight with grit, decide in their mind that they want to beat Palace. How about now?
All right, so and maybe Glasner is playing the same, will I say the same formation as your coach?
Same formation but not the same pattern.
But the same formation.
Same formation but not the same pattern.
3-5-2, abi 3-5.
Yes, we are playing 3 at the back. We are playing 3 at the back, but our approach is not the same. You understand?
Okay.
So it's going to be. Yes, we have several 4-4-2, several 4-3-3 like that are not the same. The style is not the same. Just like Amorim said, what we play and what Crystal Palace plays is not the same.
All right, elaborate on this.
What I mean is this: we are playing a formation that is highly dependent on our 2 10s to be very creative. You understand? And they equally can, start as a pivot for the number 9. They can also pivot into the number 9 row. Then we also have a sitting 6 that can roam to the 10 and go there and make sure that we play. But Crystal Palace, what they do is they try to, maneuver through the defense and play directly to the attacker. You understand?
Wait for second ball.
Exactly. No, second ball is a general thing. Everybody has to do that. It's your job to win it. You understand? What I'm saying is how they play is they approach from their defense to the attacker. They try to skip their midfield. That is why that's why I'm not buying the Walton hype. Because I watch this guy and I say that if we cannot accommodate Kobe Mino, is it Walton that will not accommodate? If we can see, Crystal Palace midfield allows for players like Walton, allows for players like Kobe Mino to operate. Why? Because their job is not heavy. Just make sure that the link-up passes are there. Then go and sit down. How the passes will get to the attacker is dependent on how quickly they can switch their play. If you look at how they switch, you see Sarr running and then they quickly switch to him. You understand? All Sarr needs to do is look for gaps in the defense and then run into it and they pass to him. But how we play is we build. We either build through the left side of my team, or I build to the right side of my team, or channeling down to the 10s. That's how I play. So tomorrow, on Sunday, we are going to be facing a team that is going to be setting up like us, but the approach will be definitely not the same.
All right, so this match now, everybody is looking for United to win this match because United fans are already tired of draw and lose. I don't know how you guys are gearing up for it. Do you think it's a winnable match? Be honest.
Every game is a winnable match. Every game that you are set up to play is a winnable match. It first of all has to start here. You understand? You have to first win here before you win on the pitch. If you are not winning in your head, you can't win on the pitch. So you can go into a game and say, this game, I want 3 points. You get it? Rodri used to say it, that the difference between Manchester City and Arsenal is that they as City go into big games wanting all the points, while Arsenal will celebrate a draw. What he is talking about is the mentality, the approach. So when you say it's a winnable match, every game is a winnable match. What I simply want from Manchester United fans is that you see this our team. The hallmark of a rebuild is that it's going to be inconsistent in terms of results. Today we might just string up 2 wins, massive wins, and then tomorrow we will lose or we will draw to a team that ordinarily we should beat. That is the hallmark of a team that is under rebuild. You are not just building the team, you are building rhythm, you are building consistency, you are building the mentality to get something done. And it's not always easy. to get a team, a winning team, to get a team that is going to know that their job is to win every day is very difficult. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. And this is the biggest task of Amorim. And Amorim too, sometimes I think he does not help himself. At every point in time when he loses, I feel like he's too overwhelmed. You are the person who is carrying this project. We lost to Everton and then you say you are afraid that you don't want to go back to the place we were last season. Why would you even utter such statements? You of all people should know that every rebuild is going to have bumps on the road. You will face bumps on the road. You understand? We as fans, it is our job to lament and shout and criticize. But you, the manager, and every other person that is around the players, it is your job to, bring stability. It's not every day we lose and then we just go out there and then my manager will just start to, say things that are not very right. Honestly, Amorim need to do better because whether you like it or not, what the manager says gets to the player and it becomes the mentality of the players. When you are beginning to talk about them sinking into last season, they too might start to think about it. And then when they are playing, they'll carry it in their head that, no lose this one, for lose this one now. If blessing, what you do us last season, won't do us again. No. You have 18 points. The person who is in second, even when you lost, has 22 points. Do you understand? And you've played the entire top 6. So you have the opportunity to win and keep winning. If we win now, we have 21 points. We are close again. So let us stop, this fear mongering and all like that.
All right. So you saw the mistake they made in the last 2 games, last game, and this, recent one now. Yeah. What can you say about those mistakes and how they will correct all of them going into this game?
Well, first and foremost, the game versus Nottingham Forest and the game versus Tottenham Hotspur had their own mistake and their mistake were identical. But the mistake we made versus Everton was a separate and, different to what we were doing versus Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. With Tottenham Hotspur, we had the game in our hands. All we needed to do was to manage it. We lost the management. Amorim didn't manage the game properly and then we threw 3 points away. Now, that's what I'm saying. The game management wasn't there. Now, the game versus Everton, what happened was we didn't start the right players. We set ourselves up to fail. Even when Everton went one man down, it still was not showing, which tells you that our lineup was wrong. So going into the match versus Palace, Amorim's need to correct the mistake of the Everton game. Look at Palace, understand Palace, and start a team that that is not only good for Palace, but is good for yourself. Because you cannot be thinking of Palace and then forget yourself and then you not play the right complement around themselves. So we need to go to the Palace game and understand that we are going to play for ourselves first, play our own pattern first, play our own system first, before we even start to, worry about the type of problems that we are going to encounter with Palace.
All right, so last match in the preview, we spoke about, heavy strength football from Everton. This match where they play against Crystal Palace, they are strength team. They are a team that relied on strength also. So how do you maneuver all those, their strength and everything? Because most of the players like Ahmad, players like Bruno Fernandes, though maybe, just maybe, does not have that energy, that strength to be dragging for, how do you maneuver it?
Well, I think in fairness to Amorim, this season, I cannot remember a game where we were physically, not competing. The problem is that we usually just, mess up our shape and everything. But I think on the physical aspect, we are doing very well. We are doing very well. And when I'm going into a match, I'm not afraid of physical duels. The players at Manchester United currently, like the likes of Mbumo, the likes of Kunha, though Kunha will not be playing, is he not available? The likes of Mbumo, the likes of Kunha, Mount, all of them like that, they are always putting themselves, in places where duels is going to be, fought and won. I'm not scared of that one. My fear going to that Palace match is this. Palace are a team that they may not appear to be in a game. You understand? It might even appear like you are dominating them, but they will create a chance out of nowhere. Gap will just open from nowhere because that is what they do. Oliver Glasner is going to, set his team in such a way that they are understanding your movements, though you are dominating, but they are taking a time to understand how you are moving before boom. And this United team, from what I know now, once we concede first, I think usually we sink before we start to, come up. We are still building that grit of, even though we concede, the match is still there to be won.
So,
yes, what I want from the team is don't play to your weakness. Make sure that you don't concede first. You understand? The way we played Brighton, that's how we should play. What's the name of this guy? Crystal Palace. Take the game away from them quickly. All the chance score. If 3 goals, fine. Even when Brighton started to score 1 goal, 3-2, and then started to scare us, we scored again. Why? Because we were able to, manage the game, took the whole threat away, and then we got the game. So versus Palace on Sunday, please and please, my guys, what you need to do is very simple. Make sure you don't give Palace any hope in that game. Don't give them any opportunity to make them feel as if they can get something. You understand? We lost to Everton, but forget about it. It's in the past now. The next game is what is more important.
All right. Another crucial, part of this game is that now Kunga is not available, and that right wing might be a bit poor. Do you understand? I don't know where that left wing. Sorry, rather. Then Dalot and Dogu. I don't know how you guys is gonna manage them, but any concerns about that?
It's very simple. See, Amorim, play to the the right profiles that are available. We already know that this formation Amorim is playing is putting players in places where it's not their best fit. But let's just leave that and face what is on ground. Mount and Umbumo, Ahmad behind Umbumo. Then anybody you choose between Dalot and Dogu, now the same thing. Do you understand? So then you can play Delete, you can play Luke Shaw, then you can decide to play Euro again. Do you understand? I don't care. But make sure that those guys that will be, unloading my attack, make sure that they are, well placed and their complement are, correct. Let Ahmad and Umbumo continue to play their thing. Let Mount play behind ahead of. Let him be in front of either Dogu or Dalot. Just make sure Mount is there because I want the intensity. We lacked the intensity in our last match. Let Messi Mount bring it back. Then for the number 9 position, person will get one clothes now. One go the way. Put Ziggy there back.
Ziggy.
Yeah, we don't.
Ziggy.
Put Ziggy there back. Don't try to do anything. Just put him. That's all.
Before you go use my play 9.
Just put him. Because he can just decide to just do something. So please.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.